Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. The day in 1910 saw the death of Mary Baker Eddy, the founder of the Christian Scientists. They've got a reputation as being people who often refuse to have operations and so on. And although it needs to be said at the moment that they're not particularly anti-vaccination, they are people who believe that God is manifest in the mind, in the spirit, and not in the body, not in anything material. She says she thinks nothingness of matter. She talks about the nothingness of matter. Um, and so when people are ill, it's because they have fallen away from the truth and have come to believe that their body is significant, is important. And while they go on believing that, she says, it's not surprising that they go on being ill. And so the way to heal people is to pray for them. Prayer is very important in her way of thinking, and also to encourage people to believe that the power of God lies in the spirit and that our bodies don't matter. And when we come to believe that, then this contributes towards our healing. Well, I hope I haven't done an injustice to her. I've never met a Christian Scientist, so I don't know anything other than what I can read. But it has significant implications for people who, like me, who regard the body as really very important. And I think in modern ways of thinking, we would say that a lot of illness comes from the body. It's the way we use our bodies that can sometimes cause illness. And it worries me particularly that Christian Scientists regard the body as separate from God. They believe in Jesus as a human being and celebrate Christmas and so on, but the Christ is different. The Christ is what was going on in Jesus' mind. The mind of Christ is a very important phrase for them. So they separate in Jesus his human being, his humanness, from the divine which was in his mind, in his head, in his brain. Um, I, I think that's really seriously distorting the message of the scriptures, which they say they hold to. Because particularly as we're coming up to Christmas, we're thinking about God as really becoming human, as the body and the mind being equally ways in which God expresses God's self in the human sphere. And so today I'm going to remember, in contrast to Mary Baker Eddy, that my body is a gift of God. It is where God is, along with being everywhere else as well. It is where God can bring me healing through my body, not just through my mind. And it is where God can enable me to do things which serve him in the wider community. And so as I begin to think about celebrating Jesus, the Word made flesh and fully human, I'm sorry, Mary Baker Eddy, I'm not, probably not doing you justice, but I'm certainly not following in your attitude. Matter is not nothingness. It is a divine, God-given gift for us all to enjoy.